First of all, there is no such thing as the Greater Middle East, if you've heard of that. That is a George W. Bush invention. He wanted to link Afghanistan to Iraq by doing so, by expanding the Middle East and calling it the Greater Middle East. Afghanistan and Pakistan and the whole of Southeast Asia does not belong in the Middle East. Somebody at some point decided to put the Middle East and North Africa in one region and call it MENA. MENA, which means Middle East and North Africa. Why did they do that? Well, they decided that, since all the countries in the Middle East and the countries in North Africa are predominantly Muslim and they all speak Arabic, they should be joined in one big region. Now, if you're Lebanese like me and you go to Tunisia or Algeria, which happened to me for the first time in your life, you cannot understand a single Arabic word that these guys say. Their Arabic is so different than ours that when I went to Tunisia the first time, we had to communicate in French. That's how bad it is, and that's how different it is. Also, we are on two different continents. The Middle East is in Asia. The North African countries, as the words say, are in Africa. So we're on two different continents with very different histories in some ways. We have shared histories, but we also have very different histories. So whoever had the idea to join us together as one entity, I don't think that was smart. For example, in terms of the diversities inside the societies in that region, the Middle East, the Levant in particular, plus Egypt, I would add, have more minorities, Christian minorities mostly, than any other place. Like the Gulf region has literally no minorities. North Africans have very, very tiny minorities, and usually they're Jews. They don't have Christian minorities. In Morocco, in Tunisia, in Algeria, in Libya, in Mauritania, these are the countries of North Africa. You don't find any minorities in the Gulf region, almost none. In Egypt, they do have a pretty sizable Christian minority. Given their numbers, it's almost invisible, but it's there. The biggest diversity you will find is in the Levant area. This level of diversity and the presence of so many minorities in the Levant countries are the main reasons, actually, for the complex history of this particular sub-region of the Middle East. There have always been revolts against repression, revolts against persecution, migration, of course, in huge numbers, but mostly redefining of borders in the region because, and mostly, of minorities revolting. On the next episode, I'm going to talk about the particular history of the Levant area and the conflicts that came as a result of the multiple and the continuous revolting of the minorities of that particular region and the resulting partitions after the fall of the Ottoman rule. I'll see you next time.